is Urban Gardener, and I'm out at the community garden today, checking on my raised bed to see how everything is doing, as I've been overwintering a lot of my plants that I planted in the fall around October, November. And I just want to see how everything's been looking. I haven't been out here in some weeks now, some months now. As you know, I've been busy with my own garden at home, but also just been letting things just, take care of itself while I've been maintaining the garden back at home. A lot of these plants that you'll see were that had overwintered, a lot of these plants that you will see here were chewed down to the stems as there was some mystery pest, either, I don't know if it was cabbage moss or if it was a raccoon or rabbit or what have you, but they were chewed down to the stem, and I almost just pulled them out and just got rid of them because I just didn't know what was gonna be of them and if they were gonna survive. But here's what they look like even after leaving them in here, not maintaining them, not fertilizing, not watering, not anything, just leaving them out here and overwintering. And they're, as you'll see, they're pretty resilient, which is really cool. But here's what I have growing. As you can see here are my, this is my community garden plot, and you can see some garlic that has been starting to take off here that I planted back in October. I got some cabbage back in the corner right there, and then also my Brussels sprouts, which are really starting to form, and a broccoli plant and a carrot, random carrot in the back that I'll show you all, and of course some weeds that I'll have to start digging up as well. But this is what's been growing in my community garden plot. I've been maintaining this plot for a few years now. This is where I grow like the plants that that I don't have room for in my backyard, but it's pretty nice to be able to plant here and just maintain my garden. Here, I planted a combination between soft and hard neck garlic. I didn't realize I was planting the soft neck garlic until I had already put it in the ground. But typically soft neck garlic does better in warmer climates like the southern regions and zones that are down south, but hard neck garlic is better to be planted up north. So I want to say the ones in the front are the soft neck garlic. I cannot remember which varieties of garlic these are, but there's some other garlic that is smaller. So I also have some elephant garlic, and I can't remember which one where that is, and I'm wondering, I don't think this is elephant garlic. Yeah, I guess I won't know until I actually harvest this. And then I tried to attempt to plant some more garlic in this little row here. It looks like some of it died. It didn't really thrive over the winter time, so maybe that was my soft neck garlic, I'm not sure. But yeah, this is my garlic, and I will probably be harvesting this around June, July this year. And here is a broccoli plant that is starting to come. It's just amazing how everything came back to life after I just left it here over the winter, and although they was chewed down to the stems, and some of my broccoli plants actually didn't make it because they were killed from the hard frost and snow, but this one survived. Look at it, like broccoli florets coming, and it looks like it might be starting to flower, which means again that it's getting to the end of its life cycle again. But still really cool how it came back after a very tumultuous winter between the pests and the frost and snow. See here, I have some Brussels sprouts that are starting to sprout here, and it is good, as you can see some of the formation of the little Brussels sprouts at the bottom, but it's good to harvest, I guess, these, and pick out these outer bottom leaves here, because it allows the formation of the Brussels sprouts at the bottom. So as you can see here, those are my Brussels sprouts that are growing in and forming. But again, harvesting these outer bottom leaves helps the plant to be able to concentrate energy to the formation of the heads of the Brussels sprouts. This is interesting. As you can see here, I'm wondering if this plant is just flowering, if those are just flowers and not actual Brussels sprouts growing or forming the heads. Very interesting. It looks like flower buds. I did see one of my Brussels sprout plants that did look like it was flowering, which means it's prematurely getting to the end of its life cycle because of the warm weather. So I'll keep an eye on this and see what it ends up doing in the next few weeks here. As I'm like picking the outer leaves of this plant, I'm just gonna leave these leaves here. We're not gonna cook with them, they're just too small, but I'm just gonna leave them here, and actually I'm gonna add some more compost in this bed and just put it on top of it. Like, you know, this is compost. Like, the leaves here are compost, and I'm just gonna put some more compost, dirt on top of soil on top of it, just to add nutrients back into the soil. So, you know, why not? Putting back into the earth what it gave to me. What a Brussels sprout will look like when it's, you know, starting to form. When you pick off the outer leaves of the plant, the actual Brussels sprouts will start to form. So I'm really hoping that I'll be able to get to enjoy this, because this will be my first time being successfully growing Brussels sprouts from seed, which will be really cool. Lots of weeds I need to pull out. And I actually had planted some carrots that I had forgot. I planted some carrots in this area down here, and it was too hot. I remember it was warm outside still. I think it was probably September, October, and it was still hot outside. They didn't thrive, but this carrot somehow made its way. It's looking really good here, so I'm curious. I don't see any. When it's ready to harvest, you will be able to see like the actual carrot, the orange part or whatever color carrot you're growing, will start to show up at the top of the carrot. So that's when you know it's ready to harvest. This is just an update of what's been going on in my community garden here. I do plan to harvest some of these brassicas in my garden. I'm going to leave the garlic in here until probably around June, July when I harvest it. But I will be adding some more compost to this bed, and then adding my onion seedlings that I'm growing at home, along with some more brassicas. I have some cabbage seedlings that need to be transplanted like very soon, so I'll be adding that in here at some point. I will also be, once I harvest the overwintered brassicas, I'll probably be adding some beets and some carrots, because they're great companion plants as well to go with onions and brassicas. And once I harvest those, I'll probably be able to harvest those around June as well. And then I will replenish the bed with some more soil, and then add watermelon, because my watermelon did very well in this community garden plot because of the amount of space. And it just literally, I can only plant like 2 plants in this community garden plot, because watermelon takes over depending on the variety that you're growing. So I'll be planting that here as well, just like rotating crops in and out, just so I can maximize my space and my garden plot. But I hope to keep you all updated in what's growing here, and stay tuned. Happy gardening.